Welcome to Deja Vu. The thumbnail, before I speak on the topic, the thumbnail is peculiar, I'm sure you think. I meant to share it some time ago. Some of you have heard me talk, some of you may not, that I have had a sighting, and it was close. It was on the top, it was just hovering above the top of an apartment complex that were 2 floors. I lived in the first floor. I was headed to my door around the pre-dawn hours, and it was like as if I was to walk up to the roof of the second floor. Hey, Carrie, I did not mean to come on here without. I did not know that I was coming on here with company. I'm only here for a moment. How are you? And thank you for coming through. So it was like as if I could go up to the roof and I could touch it. And so that's how close it was. Now, the picture on the thumbnail says Oregon and California. Yes, I am in Oregon. This is where the sighting was at. Hello, Jakesha. I'm here just for a short moment, guys. So the video or the picture on the thumbnail there, it looks the same, except the one that I saw was a little less diamond shaped. It was a little more rounded. So I don't know if it was a special, like a newer, fresher model, if they enhanced it, they changed it. But I saw fiberglass windows. I presume they were fiberglass because the light bounced off of them. Now, they could have been truly glass. I don't know. But that was my experience there. Now, the topic that this was going to be on was the timelines. Well, you're all here, so maybe I should just ask your opinion. Do you feel that they are collapsing the timelines? Do you feel that your reality, or the one that you thought was reality, is starting to look like everything is starting to collapse onto itself? Like almost like we're living in like a whole bunch of constructed timelines at one time. Or things just like feel like a medley of all the lines of time in one construct, because it's not the universe anymore. It's like they put us in a digital, the simulation this time, the game, the Matrix. It is far more digital than previous. And the other thing is, yeah, I'm cooking somebody's food here, so I can't be here that long. The other thing is a medley. Yeah, because I think that they're playing with us. Like, okay, the 60s, we had a lot of dicey energy going. And obviously, the character who we've been seeing floating around in the news, who had 6 fingers on each hand, who a lot of people say is DEAD, right? He very well could be, or maybe he's in his bunker. I don't know what he's doing. But I had thought about his son, because his son showed up and he went to an event in Hungary. I had thought maybe his son was actually him, like a clone. Like he was inserted into his son's body. And only those that were a privy, energy tight with him, right, would know this. I'm going to have to run in a minute. But so, okay, so the thing is, during, I'm trying to remember, the Cuban Missile Crisis, we had that. Marilyn Monroe was going and talking to the Cuban leader. She'd been romantic with the Kennedy brothers, and she'd also been getting secrets, knowing things, and that group that's not real, that place, right, where it starts with an I and it ends with an L, that place, that little place with little hats. They had been running our country since back then. That's the reason JFK is gone. And if you know, you know, and if you don't, you need to do some researching. Anyways, that's why he's gone. They've been running our world as long as I've lived and beyond. And probably as long as my mother has been alive too. And she's not young. I gotta check something, just a moment. I'm back. I was making kitty food on the burner and I think I got a little too brown with things. Anyways, so Marilyn Monroe, she was getting her information from Castro. She was sharing. There were secrets that she may have been learning. Thing is that Marilyn, I think, was made to be the S kitten she turned out to be. The MK Ultra. I think she woke up. I think she deprogrammed herself, but I think she had help. I think that she started to turn against those that created her to become what they wanted her to be. And they found out that the hub, she found out, and the people helping her, that the hub of the situation would have been, let's say, those with the little hats from that place that was established in 48. Okay, so therefore, she wanted to know things. I think she wanted to identify with what was going on with herself, what made, because I think she really went through a whole lot of soul searching as a young girl, thinking that she'd find her way. She'd been like handed off to different people. So there were a lot of things that were sketchy about. She had amnesia issues, I think, in and out, like similar to what I do. I mean, I can identify with her. So therefore, I think she was pursuing information for her own, sake of knowing who she was or why they were ruining her life, things like this. But then it reached into her country, and I think she cared. And then she became friends with Castro. And I think that this reached into the realm of him knowing that we had done the piggyback programs from WW2. I think he got her informed on it. And I really feel that the little hat group, that little place established in 48, I think that they offed Marilyn too, as well as both the Kennedy brothers. And I think that there was something inserted into, and we're told like it's a parasite in the head, right? To the one who is running roughshod over Americans right now because he's part of this regime. I do think he has something inserted into his head, and I do think it is something that controls him. Just my opinion, it's all allegedly. Anyways, so I don't know if anybody feels like we're in a timeline that is collapsing. That is what I come here to talk about, but it all goes back to all of that. So I don't know if there's anybody in here anymore who's listening about this topic, or if they're remotely clued in to anything I'm mentioning. But this is like a world situation because I think that that little place that I'm talking about, I think it's controlling many places. But America is the biggest one. Just my opinion. But I'm going to give you all a minute if you want to tell me how you think, or if you do think the timelines are collapsing. Are there things that you feel about this timeline that could be collapsing? Maybe we're losing our stream. Well, I think, Carrie, I don't know that you're here. Jakisha, I don't know if you're here. So I am going to go ahead and bug out. I think this was going to be a short topic anyway. And unless anybody wants to add to it, hello, thank you. Mira, hello, thank you. Does anybody want to add to the timeline being collapsed? Maybe I'll need to get some details together for a further discussion here if anybody likes this topic, or if this is a topic that we should look further and deeper into. But I probably should get back to the stove because I did brown something up quite a bit more than I was supposed to. And I just saw 11:11 on the clock. That's for somebody. And I hope that you're doing okay, Carrie. Carrie, there, if you're hearing me, there is a message for you over at that place that you did not notice. There's two messages for you. And Jakisha, I hope you're doing well. And I'm so excited that you're on the right path. I didn't know you were here, Jeffrey. You are so, yeah, he's like the spy in the group. He's like, I'll come in under the radar. I didn't see you there. Well, welcome here too. You have a good night, Jeffrey. And Jakisha, I'm so proud of you that you basically kicking butt when it comes to being in the spiritual realm. You're taking good care, and from the reading earlier, I could see I'm as a reader that you're taking on all those things that would like to like trip you up, and you're not falling for any of it. I like that, and in your on your path and on your that was good for you. I like that. Okay, thank you, Carrie. Well, I hope you all have a wonderful evening. I'm getting kind of choked up too because the air here. It's kind I burned the meat I was making them. I was boiling it in water, and the water had receded farther than I thought, so it browned up. It didn't burn. It just browned up. Hopefully they'll take to it, but I'm sure it smells good to the two Lakers around here. I probably should go protect it. Anyway, so be well, everyone, and I'm not sure about the live streams at the other channels. I'm gonna just kind of like do what I've been doing, and we'll just see. So make sure that your notification bells are always on, and I'll try to give plenty of notice. Okay, so I'm out for now. Deja vu, be well, everybody.